This is Ragtag Gaming. This is Wolfie, and I'm going to talk about the new Hisuian forms in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Well, I'm just going to start off with the starter Pokemon because that's right on my mind. If I knew I only knew Samura and Typhlosion, and I know its name. I can't think of it right now, but out of all of those three forms, I believe that this is why. This is why. This is why's form, the new form in this game. I think it's solid. I liked how it went from an archer to this kind of. I don't want to start off by saying what I want to say, but it looks like a very hostile person person or monster, whatever you want to call it, that you don't want to mess with, like a cowboy or whatnot, or any kind of person, any kind of thing from any kind of folklore that has. If you look at its background, it can be very badass or whatnot. For Typhlosion, because I didn't pick Typhlosion. I guess got a Typhlosion because everyone, if you didn't get if you pick Typhlosion, you get it at the end of the game. But Typhlosion to me, it lost its flair to me. It looks docile, and I understand it as a ghost type, because this is why its typing was grass fighting. But this is why to Typhlosion. Typhlosion, I think, got a big downgrade. It could have been still have a menacing look to it, because it's ghost. Almost every single ghost type in Pokemon, either like Mischievous is, if it messes with you, Haunter and the Ghastly line is not exactly kind. Oop, it's over there. But for Typhlosion, it's just this looks so docile. I like the flames on it. Having the purple flames on Typhlosion it's really cool, and the fact that they changed that so the animations that the flames stayed. But it wasn't my favorite. And with Samurott, which I picked, because of course I did. I choose mostly all the water starters. I liked it. I liked the typing water dark, but they could have done a lot more with this. They did a lot more with Samurott, because you can do a lot with a dark type. Dark types are menacing. They just made his head shell more jagged. The horn part like a different, not straight, just all everywhere, and it could have done a lot more with it, just like with Typhlosion. I'm going to Lil again because it's the other grass fighting Pokemon. I love the design of Lilligant, because it's down with a dancer, and using as the form of dance to attack you when you're doing the noble battle with it. And going from how it used to look, which is, I think it had a dress, this leaves were like a dress, and it was I think it was really, you wouldn't think it was hostile at all. Then going from it doesn't have any kind of leaves around it, and it's a fighting type. It's gonna beat you up with dance. I think it's really unique. For me anyway. Sneasel, with being obviously poison fighting. I like a lot of people said that you didn't need a new Hisuian form from Sneasel, because everyone knows in the normal games, Sneasel was there. Sneasel is in Sinnoh. So it really doesn't make sense that we're giving a new form of Sneasel. But saying that, I actually really like the Sneasel the Sneasel design, even though I like the shiny more, because the shiny is just on point. Now, Quillfish. As everyone knew, Quillfish was going to have a new form because, yeah, I think since it was in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, that it looked different. So it wasn't just going to be the same Quillfish we knew. It's going to be different in some way, and it being dark poison. Still hostile natured, because it's Blowfish. Blowfish, and I don't know how hostile Blowfishes are in real life, but it's Quillfish. We know how Quillfish is. Zora and Zoroark. Zora and Zoroark are hands down my favorite, shiny and or not shiny. I think they did it perfectly with just turning them to a snow white color and just having them that way. And like, I think that the Pokemon Dex entry is that the red on them is something about them like passing on or something like that. Or I'm just spitballing on the Pokédex entry, but I think I remember hearing that. But like with having the white on red, it's just perfect to me. And with the shiny Zora is amazing. I think it's gray and that like teal blue. And Zoroark has that white kind of tinge of gray with the purple. But I think it's a great form for Hisui, especially that you find them in the snow area. So of course they would be white because of the snow. They have to adapt to that area. There's another form. I'm spitballing right now. Oh, Growlithe. Duh. I kind of like Growlithe as a new Hisuian form. But by kind of, I just mean it's different. I like that they did something with Growlithe. I just wish it actually was a lot more that they did with Growlithe instead of just like, oh, we're gonna like Rock and Fire are two types that you really wouldn't think go together anyway. But like, it's like putting a sheep kind of thing, like wool over its face, even though it's rock, so it's not wool. And this hat is, oh, here you go out, you're different, go out, you work. But then come to Arcanine, and it's kind of like just like Arcanine, but since it's a rock type, it's all different. I mean, instead of those furry parts, they're rocked parts or whatever you would classify that as. So I probably like Arcanine more than I like Growlithe anyway, in the Hisuian form. But it's a form. He's something. But Braviary being psychic and flying, which both the designs of normal Braviary to the Hisuian Braviary, I can pick either or. I like the fact that Braviary is psychic. Since we know it as like a physical attacker, and then coming to a Hisuian form where it has like those eye-looking things on top of his head, which I don't know what the purpose of them are, but it look cool anyway. It gives it it livens the from American bird looking thing, because I think it's an eagle, to like, okay, this bird probably also has great special attack and attack. Oh dear. But yeah, I really do like Braviary as its new form. Now Avalugg, I mean, it kind of sucks that the noble one you go against, you cannot find, obviously you cannot find an Avalugg that big, because it wouldn't make sense. But it looks like a snowplow. this Pokemon looks like a snowplow, and I just don't get it really. It doesn't. It just doesn't rub me the right way with how it looks. I kind of wish they like didn't put a guard thing on its mouth, on its face. They did like something like I think a lot of people said that if they just made it a pure rock type, it probably would have made it look a lot better. But that's me and probably a bunch of other people thinking that way. But it was not my favorite out of the new Hisuian forms. Now Voltorb, when we saw some of the fan art for Voltorb's evolution, Electrode. I was thinking Electros. I don't know why, but we saw a lot of the fan art. I know like the one where I showed like Electrode having like a mustache looking thing. Every one of us were like, that's the one we want. The Voltorb having the switch being switched, so it looks docile, like docile, and kind of looks like it's smiling at you instead of angry and trying to hate you or explode toward you because it doesn't like you in like the Kanto version of it. I think it was a nice change to it. It makes sense because the Pokeballs that we're now getting accustomed to were made out of wood. So this Voltorb is made out of wood. But Electrode, I know they're trying to do the whole thing from like Voltorb switching with Electrode switching with Voltorb and like their personality. But seeing that Electrode it just made me not like Electrode that much. I mean, I think I just liked Electrode, but Hisuian Electrode, because it has carved out eyes to be and a very angry expression, having an angry expression, and also as Voltorb has the hole a hole on the top of his head like the normal Pokeball, and Electrode having it upside down because it's just a flipped Pokeball but bigger. It could have been better. It could have made the design a lot better, especially with the fact that that's where seeds come out of, and it's at the bottom of Electrode. No. But I wonder, is all the forms I'm drawing? Oh yes, Sliggoo. Totally forgot Sliggoo. Sliggoo. Then they made it from a snail. Oh. Sliggoo had a shell, kinda. It was like a membrane kind of shell, but it was kind of a shell looking. But they really could have did a lot more with Sliggoo and Goodra. They just added a shell and it looked like they just added a shell and called it a day. Well, we're going from slugs to snails. There you go. And I really wish that they did they even kept it the same color. Like there really isn't a difference from the two. It's from Kalos. I think yeah. Oh, I can't remember what region. Gumi, I think Gumi is from Kalos, but from Kalos to Hisui, I think they missed out on a really good way to make the Gumi line a lot cooler, even though it started as Sliggoo. They could have done a lot more with it. You know, I think that's all the new Hisuian forms. Well, that's how I feel about them.